Liberia. We started the year in Liberia. It was hot. There were a lot of people that were sick. What I remember about the country most, I think, is the kindness of the people and the scorched earth look of the place. As we go down the road and we're traveling to the place we're going to hold the meetings, just mile after mile after mile of scorched earth. Poverty, people selling things out on the roads. A lot of people were sick. They have hepatitis, malaria, all sorts of health issues. Not a lot of understanding and knowledge about hygiene. And that's why we were there, helping the people to see simple methods to reverse lifestyle disease and prevent disease. You know, when I got there, I lost my suitcase. I had all my clothes in it for the camp meeting. I lost my suitcase. Had to go out and buy more clothes, but you know, there was a blessing in that too. The young man that was driving us back and forth to the meetings, he just had some regular shirt on, regular clothes. And of course we were dressed more formally, and I asked him one day, I said, why don't you have to wear a suit? And he said, well, you know, I don't have a suit. So I gave him the clothes I'd bought. He was tall, they fit him just fine. So that was a blessing that I lost my suitcase. A blessing for him and a blessing for me. Liberia was a place where people were very serious about wanting to know more about our health message. People didn't even know the cause of hepatitis, didn't understand hypertension, diabetes, coronary events, osteoporosis, all of these things that we kind of take for granted. So our mission there was to help people to see some simple things they can do, practical things to reverse their health issues. And I think a lot of people really took hold of it, and I'm hoping by God's grace there'll be a lot of healing and restoration in Liberia. We began to plan for our health expo in Waynesboro, Tennessee. We had a dental day. We had 2 dentists that were going to see patients, do examinations, do dental work. We had our staff from the Butler Creek Health Center. We had a local church, a Waynesboro Seventh-day Adventist church. So we met on the square. We laid out our plans, had all our booth assignments, divided up the roles, what we'd be doing. What we didn't plan on was rain and cold. We woke up Sunday morning to prepare, and it was raining and cold, and the forecast was for rain all day. And it did rain. But we had visiting there in the Health Expo county officials, the county clerk, the county executive, and they could see that we were going to hold the expo come rain or shine. They opened the doors of the courthouse and invited us to come inside and set up our booths inside the courthouse. And what a blessing that was. Not only did they invite us to come in out of the rain, but I got to speak with those men that day, and they asked us a lot of questions about our religious belief, our background, what we think, what we believe, why we believe it. So the rain turned out not to be a curse, but to be a great blessing. Many people came to the Health Expo, especially those that had dental problems. Many people came, and they had their blood pressure checked, did the Harbor Step test, did the pulmonary function test, a lot of different lifestyle tests. Then we counsel with them about changes they can make. And a whole lot of people seem to be very interested in finding a way out of sickness and suffering. So at the end of the day, when the rain never did stop, at the end of the day, the people went home, and we felt like that was time well spent sharing the health message to those people in Waynesboro. And we gave out a lot of literature, shared some books, and we think that day was a day that God will bless, and many will find restoration of health, body, mind, and soul. We started planning early in the spring for our Medical Missionary Convention. It's our yearly convention where we choose a topic, invite speakers to come down. This year we chose the Holy Spirit, the work of the Holy Spirit. And Dr. Paul from the NAPS group, National Association for the Prevention of Starvation, he came down. Sister Dolores Mirage from New York, she visited with us. And we spent the weekend talking about the importance of the Holy Spirit in the ministry, in our institutions, and in our lives. We had an overflow crowd. We couldn't fit into the building. It was a blessing for all. Food was good. The fellowship was good. The Holy Spirit was the best. He was blessing us. And it was a good weekend for all. And I think everybody went home and felt revived and refreshed by God's grace.